Day 27, what has God promised? When we come to God and we're asking for God to answer prayer and to do impossible things in our lives, we want to attach our faith to a promise that God has made. And it provokes this question, well, okay, what can I believe God for? What has God really promised to do in my life? And I want to answer that, start by looking at Colossians 1, verses 9 and 10. And so, from the day we heard, we've not ceased to pray for you, asking that you would be filled up with the knowledge of God's will in all spiritual wisdom and understanding. So this is the Apostle Paul. He's praying for these believers, and he says, I'm praying for you to know the will of God. All right, that's insightful right there, right? We pray to know God's will, but look at what he says. So as to walk in a manner worthy of the Lord, fully pleasing to him, here it is, bearing fruit in every good work. Here's what God's promised to you. Here is God's will for your life. He wants you to be fruitful. He wants you to bear fruit. And this is a really powerful concept when it gets into you and you know it is God's will for me to bear fruit, and prayer is how I get there. Just these two things. It is God's will for me to be fruitful, for me to be productive, for me to be effective, for me to have meaning and purpose and do what matters. And I get there in and through prayer and asking God. Now, the whole metaphor of fruitfulness, it's kind of general, but that allows us to see God fill it with so much meaning, which is exactly what we're going to do in the next few days. So, what has God promised? God has promised you to be fruitful.